Hello, my name is Giovanni. I am a therapist, and just wanted to know what brings you here.
Um, well, I've been a bit concerned about my anxieties in terms of being able to organize my schedule well enough so I can have time for everybody in my family.
All right, what do you mean when it comes to everybody in your family organizing your schedule? Let's take it back to the beginning and see where we're at.
Um, I feel like sometimes, well, from the beginning, I've always been very close to my family, and I always feel like I have to take care of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I feel like I have to kind of forget about myself and what I want to do because I have to be taking care of my grandpa, his appointments, and then my mom or my sister. And when school starts, my schedule starts getting crazy, and then I feel like I don't have time to attend to everyone, and it gets me kind of anxious and freaked out and all of that.
Now, what happens when you feel anxious and freaked out? Like, what does that look like?
Um, I kind of close myself off to everything, so then I start like not wanting to do homework, not wanting to go to, my responsibilities, not
Mm-hmm.
wanting to go to work, not wanting to do anything, kind of just close myself off because I feel like I need to just stop doing everything and start all over again, which I can't do because I have so many responsibilities on my plate.
Okay. And is there anybody around that can help you out with these responsibilities, or at least have they offered to do so?
I feel like that's the problem because there probably can be people, but I'm so much of a perfectionist that I feel like if I let someone else do it, then they won't do it the right way or at least the way I think it should be.
Okay.
So even if I could give my kind of like responsibilities to other people, I feel like I don't want to.
So you feel like by taking it upon yourself, you know it's going to be done the right way the first time, and it's just easier that way for you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Now, is this just with your family, or is this also with school and friends, or?
Yeah, I mean with everything. I feel like I almost like I have to do everything myself and I have to have time for everything and everything needs to be planned out perfectly and if I miss an appointment or miss a date or miss something then it just throws everything else off because I feel like I failed. So,
Okay. Now, what are you studying in school?
my major is human development and family studies and then I have a minor in psychology, but I plan on going to grad school in September to get my master's in social work.
Okay. Okay. Are you planning on moving away for when you get your master's? Or you
Um,
feel like staying closer to the family?
yeah, I've never actually thought about going far because of the same issue. So I plan on commuting every day.
Commuting.
Yes,
To where exactly?
to Southern in New Haven. So
Okay.
about 40 minutes.
Okay. That's not too bad. Do you feel as though like if you were to move away for whatever reason, the family, your family structure, would they be able to function as well with you, or do you feel like you would still be involved in with them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, even if I were to get to that point, I feel like it would make me maybe even more anxious to think that I'm far away and I can't control everything. I almost feel like it's a control issue that I feel like I have to have control of everything. And when I realize that I can't have control of everything, that's when I start to kind of feel a little anxious, I guess, if you want to say
Okay. Now, let's see. So when you go get your master's in social work, and you go ahead and commute, do you have anybody that you could actually vent to and support you through all this? Because it seems like from what you're describing, you're essentially the the foundation of how your family structure works, at least on your
that.
end. And so, do you have somebody that you can vent to, that you can ask for support, or at least can you identify anybody?
Um, I guess that's with my boyfriend. He's definitely helped me out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I always, whenever I start to feel like I can't handle things, I immediately pick up the phone. And because he has a liberty of, talking at any time during, his job, he usually picks up and, I let him know how I feel. And he calms me down and, tries to assure me that, everything's going to be okay. And I mean, also my spirituality helps me to get through these things. Um, I guess I find some sort of refuge in getting together with the youth and Bible studies and all these things to kind of forget about all the other responsibilities that I have.
Is that something you really like to do, is helping out the youth and being involved in church?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes helping out other people with their problems makes me feel like I'll be able to handle my own. If I can help others, and then I'm perfectly capable of handling my own. That's
Okay.
how it makes me feel, at least.
Does it work out like that a lot?
Sometimes. Sometimes it encourages me to work through things, and then other times it makes me feel like, when I see other people going through much more difficult things, it's like, why am I complaining when, other people are going through way worse situations? So it makes me almost react and maybe think that my problems really aren't problems.
So what would they be?
I feel like maybe they're bumps in the road that you just have to get around. They're not necessarily something that's disturbing your life or something that's, gonna kill me or something that's
Right.
like really serious. I feel like it's just a bump in the road.
So instead of a wall, you have a hurdle.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what have you done so far? What have you attempted to do to kind of alleviate this anxiety? Like, what do you like to do when you feel that you are having this anxiety and you can identify that it's happening?
Almost 100% of the time it happens when I'm driving. I drive a lot, whether it's to work or to any of the other things, and almost 100% of the time, whenever I feel like I'm ready to just explode, it's in the car. So I usually just turn on the music really loud and just put the windows down and take deep breaths and just kind of, relax and listen to the music and kind of just go with the flow.
So is when you're driving, you're usually alone? And
Yes.
You're going between different things?
Always.
So that's kind of like your emotional outlet is right there when you're in the car, you're by yourself. You essentially just let everything out at that point.
Yeah.
And it's been working so far?
Yeah, I mean, it helps me out a lot. Like I said, I usually either call my boyfriend or any of those things, but I feel like the quickest way to get me to relax and kind of just, let go of it is when I'm by myself and I'm in the car and I'm able to do all those things. That's usually the best way to deal with it.
Okay. So what exactly would you like to see moving forward in terms of how you deal with your anxiety and how you see your position in your family structure and basically making time for you? What would be your ultimate goal while essentially talking to me?
I think that I want to learn how to not say yes to everything, because I feel like the reason why I'm so overwhelmed and schedule-wise is because I'm involved in so many things when it's not really essential for me to be in absolutely everything. And I think that if I alleviate the amount of things that I have to do, then I'll free up some time and kind of give myself some personal time, which is what I need, I think, because in the car, when I'm in my personal time, that's when I'm able to let loose. So I feel like if I had that time maybe outside of the car in an actual more appropriate environment, not while I'm driving, it might work out better. So that might be a goal.
So essentially just being able to make time for you and to make yourself more of a priority than everything else that's been going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we will definitely work on that. It's not something that we can't go ahead and solve step by step. I don't like making promises, but I can assure you that we'll do whatever we can to help you out to be a little bit happier with where you are and what you want to do. And so that concludes our session. Thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you very
I look
much.
forward to speaking with you again.
I do too. Thank you.
I tried.